by now. And my Tiger Talk is called Watching Out for Number One. And I want to start mine off by telling you all something that I don't think anyone here knows about me. I have a mild autism spectrum disorder. My brain works a little bit differently from everyone else's. It always has and it always will. And when you hear autism, the first thing you're going to think is probably like, that was not right, Rain Man here. Something more severe than what I have. But in reality, there's a wide range of different types of autism, hence the spectrum and autism spectrum. And you're probably already familiar with a lot of different types of it. It's all over pop culture. See, there's Dr. Brennan from Bones, Moss from the IT crowd. If you've seen The Imitation Game, Benedict Cumberbatch did a great job portraying Alan Turing. There's Dylan O'Brien from a TV show called Scorpion, and these characters all have all the symptoms of a mild autism spectrum disorder. The thing is, though, none of them actually, as far as I can tell, are like diagnosed on the show. They have every symptom, but they're not treated as having the disorder actually. And I can only find one exception to this, and that is Abed Nadir from a TV show called Community. And for those of you who haven't heard of it, it's almost more of a parody of sitcoms than an actual sitcom itself. It exists to subvert norms in television and film. And I think it's kind of odd that that's the only example that I could find, where a character who has these quirks that are often played off for cheap jokes in a lot of TV shows. If you've seen The Big Bang Theory, basically, that's Sheldon's entire character, and that's basically the entire premise of the show. I think that's kind of a problem, because we know that media reflects culture, and if media doesn't take these sorts of mild things seriously, then that shows that I think we as a culture don't take a lot of mild mental disorders seriously. Like this. But the thing is, psychology is actually way ahead of what the general society thinks. Let's see. You guys probably all know that autism rates have been going up for a long time now. I'm sure you've seen these like ridiculous graphs from those anti-vaccination idiots. Autism rates have been going up with vaccine rates, and well, that's not related at all. It's true. They've been going up a lot. And that's not because the actual rate of people having autism is going up, but just recognition of autism and diagnosis has been going up. The requirements for what constitutes autism and the range for what it is and going up. And this isn't just autism, but a wide range of different mental illnesses, really. And this is most seen, I think, in the release of the, because right now 1 in 5 teenagers currently has some form of mental disorder. And if you think about that, that's a lot. That's 6 kids in every class of 30 on this campus, on every high school campus in the country. And yeah, the biggest show of this is the release of the DSM-5, or the Psychiatrist Holy Bible, about 2 years ago. And the thing is, the DSM-5, while psychology takes slow steps over a long period of time, these books don't get released. It basically has the definitions for what constitutes all the major mental health disorders there are. And these things don't get released very often. Like, the last one came out in 1994. Like, look, that was a really nice high-end phone when the last one came out to this is a Galaxy 3, I think, in 2013. Like, that's a really long time for like the book to come out. We made so much progress in cell phones, but like none in that time, except for this one book. And that actually had a lot of people really angry about it. Like, if you go online and look up DSM-5, it's almost all like criticism of it, because it has a whole bunch of new disorders, milder stuff that we don't see very often, and it also reduces like what the requirements for a lot of other stuff. And most of it is actually people online who are not professionals, who are just kind of like afraid of having their normal experiences being turned into mental disorders, because they are afraid of having one, even though they are quite common actually. I'm running low on time, so I'm going to skip that. Because I think a lot of the thing is when people see numbers like 1 in 4 adults will experience a mental health disorder sometime in a given year, they think that, hey, I know a lot of people and a quarter of them aren't crazy, so they don't believe it, or they don't really accept it. And I think that's the problem, because having a disorder does not make you crazy, and getting treatment does not make you weak. And having lower diagnosis, like requirements, is helping a lot of more people get treatment. And that doesn't just mean medication. There's a wide range of different levels of all kinds of mental disorders, like Mia said, going to the beach, and stuff like that. But you can't get help unless you know what the problem is. And I don't want to end my talk with a cheesy call to action. So just like take care of yourself, honestly. If you think you need help, just get help. If I can come up here and admit to you that I have a permanent brain disorder, like if Claire can come up and talk about her experiences with anxiety, then you should be able to admit to yourself when you need help and get some treatment. Thank you.